What's up? What's up, family? Is the mic is on? Is the mic is on? What's up? What's up, family? This is your girl Stephanie, aka Edini Hustle Supply. Per usual, we're gonna try to just get one of these, one actual card, and then the bottom of the deck card. Today, but I just saw the card. I don't chase, I attract, right? So that's possibly the energy that the collective is in. Let me get my tuning forks just to be at the ready. And honestly, I want to give us some solar plexus chakra energy. Focus on that navel area. Send this sound healing into any chakra in which you feel you need more confidence. But first, let's focus on clearing out that solar plexus chakra to help bring confidence. Put the tuning fork up to the mic. If you can maybe hear those vibrations, feel those vibrations in your ear, and send it to where you would like solar plexus assistance. Shoot, what you talking about? I want confidence in my heart chakra. Oh, that feels good on my heart chakra. Loving the vibrations. I need more confidence in my throat chakra. Hello. More confidence in my third eye. Trust my intuition more, even though I feel like I'm definitely growing in that. More self-confidence in the communications I receive from my spirit team. Great day, grand rising spirit team, grand rising to my higher self. In spirituality, it is said that you should give honor to your higher self first, because your higher self is what opens you up to receive the messages from a great spirit or your spirit team. So give honor, gratitude, and respect to your higher self, your Ori, Ashe, so that it will allow the messages from great spirit in your spirit team. Nevertheless, we don't chase, we attract. Is the energy that we're in and are embodying. Let's go ahead and get the cards out. I'm going to try to do this face down. I remember it this time. Face down. And then we're going to get our clarifiers. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? It says your desires are already in the works, waiting for your subconscious to match its frequency, right? So we ain't got time to be chasing. We need to make sure that our frequency is matching the frequency of our desires. Let's get clarifiers. Yeah, because last time we had 3 clarifiers for each placement. I'm trying to figure out what I did with my other deck. Where did I put it? You gotta be out. Okay, that's why it's camouflaging underneath. There's a few of my tarot cards were on top of it. I'm shuffling. I'm looking for a specific card, of course, and it was covered by this. So I'm like, it didn't click that I had that deck in my hand. But anyway. All right, let's get clarifiers out. First set of clarifiers, bottom of the deck, where we have 2 of Cups. Okay. All right, so the desires that you have may be in the, look, another tarot card stuck in there. We're just gonna put that one out to the side. We don't take reversal in these, but if it come out in reverse, I'm going to write it, but also take note of what energy I may feel from that card being in reverse. And it just dawned on me another way that I can look at it. If well, it won't come out like that anyway. Sorry for all the rambling. Let's get into it. All right. Bottom of the deck, bad choices. So you may have made bad choices or a bad choice in regards to a relationship. Person that you may be in a relationship in may have made bad choices in the context of being with you. So let's go ahead and shuffle these. I almost forgot about these beauties. The angel cards. Oh, I don't know if y'all heard that. My neck cracked about 3 ways to Sunday. I think I made that little phrase up, something like it goes something like that, but it don't matter. It just felt good, so I said it and did. Okay, and that neck crack, everything. That back crack to that side was quite lovely as well. On this consequences card, it says games and mixed signals. Okay, so there's possibly someone that's been playing games with you, sending you mixed signals. They are going to be receiving consequences. Cahitil came out in our last read. The odds. This was the bottom of the deck card. I don't know. Almost 100% sure you can't see that. But Cahitil, it represents the number 8, which can represent karma. What goes around comes around, right? With the 8, it could also represent abundance as well. So there's going to be an abundance of karma coming, whether it's good or bad, right? So we have divine blessings here for the collective. Cahitil wants you to be mindful of being in the energy of gratitude. Cahitil helps to materialize God's will or Great Spirit's will, the universe, however you refer to source. Cahitil assists in conceiving and giving birth. So when it comes to your ideas and executing them, Cahitil is a very great energy to call on. Cahitil brings easy success and progress. And he also helps to change one's lifestyle into one that don't chase but attracts. Change your lifestyle to whatever it is you want, but in alignment with this read, okay? And the evolution that the collective is going through, he is helping us to change our lifestyle into, we're not going to even limit to that. Change our lifestyle that to one that is in alignment with our highest good. We just need to focus on being in alignment with our highest good, right? Which, of course, be in alignment with our desires. And as this card says, we need to, our desires are only waiting for our subconscious to align with the frequency of our desires. As your desires are already in the works, They're already just waiting for you to pick them up. But you need to get into alignment. You need to get on. You need to put the directions into your frequency GPS and get there. Right? Your desires are already in the works, waiting for your subconscious to match its frequency. Okay? Another card that came out in the last read is obstacles pile right before a quantum leap. So things it may seem like you're getting hit left and right, from north to south with all kind of obstacles and so on and so forth. But that is, and this card speaks of frequency too. Both of these cards are written in green. So we got that green energy, heart chakra. I put on green today. So we need to go ahead and tap some of that heart chakra tuning fork as well. But it says the old frequency wants attention and a big old no. Like, no, we're not giving in to our old self. We are evolving because it is necessary in us in order for us to receive our desires. I'm sorry. There you go. At least some words are popping up there. I'm not just holding up just bright ass cards. But the card underneath that is develop psychological discernment, because you possibly have some loved ones or people that you did love. You do love. You still love them. The relationship may be falling apart, right? Maybe a lot of obstacles placed in front of this relationship because these energies are not meant to go with you into your next phase of life, because these people are likely sending mixed signals, playing games. These people may make bad choices. They made bad choices with you, but they may also make bad choices in life. Which, if you surround yourself with those people, they can pull you into that energy in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Especially as a chosen, you have an empathic heart. You're going to want to empathize and sympathize, so on and so forth, with these people, which is going to distract you. We're not doing that right now. We're in the energy of solitude, right? And we're building ourselves. Damn it. I pulled out an angel card for each placement again. I was only supposed to pull one. Anyway, we're here and they're out. So Kahito brings a great capacity for work and active life. So you can call on the energy of Kahito to give you the energy to really be proactive in your day. Kahito also helps to bring in material wealth. Kahito is the energy of fertile lands. So again, all those ideas you've been conceiving and giving birth to, is fertile. Those lands, those seeds that you've been planting have been planted into fertile lands and fertile grounds, it says abundant harvest, which is going to bring about abundant harvest. Remember, 8 also represents abundance. All right. And food for the soul. Food for the soul. You're growing, you are evolving spiritually. Kahetel also helps you to be in harmony with the cosmic laws, assists you with being in harmony with cosmic laws. So know that about yourself, collective. He is the patron of the 4 elements: fire, air, water, and earth. So doing rituals right now, call on Kahetel to help enhance your rituals that you use with fire. So you may want to do a right, burn, and release. So that's fire and air right there. Then we have water and earth. Okay, so you can also take your spiritual bath. You know what I'm saying? Another one, if you've already taken one, you can get into your spiritual bath, or maybe go to a park that has a body of water near it. As well, that could be great. And also, Kahetel helps to set us free from evil spirits. Kehetel helps to set us free from evil spirits. All right, so first card in our spread, we have faith and flow moves the same. Faith and flow moves the same. Faith and flow. Flow is I'm in a flow state. You're in a faith state. You're operating in faith. You're flowing with the universe. It's the same thing. They move the same. So, that's so beautiful. It's a lot of beautiful energy with that. Okay, you are in a flow state. And you got some people around you that know you are. They know that you are happy. You are the happiest that you've ever been, even without them in your life, because again you are separating yourself from some loved ones that have been making bad choices. And remember, consequences came out. Your consequence from separating yourself is faith and flow. Their consequence of you separating yourself, you know um we don't really know what their energy is right now. But again, for me, reversals show you how people feel about you. And they see you as sun. You're happy. You're healthy. You know, basking in the sun, receiving its rays. We also have emotions here with waves. So, some water energy, earth and water with the sun. And, well, the sun ain't really earth energy, but the sun shines on earth. But wave says emotions, worry, and fear. Spirit says you have no need for that. You may be experiencing this energy because, again, there are consequences happening around you with the people around you. And so we have Archangel Eizel. 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 So it's the number is 40, which reduces to 4. So the number is 4. You are receiving divine help in solidifying your energy and grounding your energy, because 4s represents grounding within self, comfort within self. You can stand on your 10 toes. You are generating, it's just a firm foundation within self, right? And then with the 0, that adds that infinite behind it. So your spirit team is assisting you in grounding yourself. Spirit wants you to ground yourself in faith and flow. So again, this sun energy in reverse may be you. That's the reason why you're needing this grounding in faith and flow. You may be experiencing these waves of emotions, of worry and fear as you're transitioning into your new life. But again, the sun energy, the sun is here for you. As soon as you understand, remember, our desires, we need to focus. You got your focus too much perhaps on these relationships, and you need to focus more on your relationship with your higher self, right? So Eizel helps to bring consolation and comfort. Okay, because again, you may be experiencing the waves of emotions, fear. Sun card being in reverse, you may not be as happy or feeling well, but ESL helps to bring that energy. But also, you need to tap into faith and flow. However, whichever helps you to connect to that frequency, because you also need to be in that flow frequency in order for your desires to come in as well. But you also need to set intentions to, align your frequency with that of your desires. Eizel, also, wow, sets us free from emotional conditioning and addictions. Remember, Kehetel sets us free from evil spirits. Okay, so evil spirits could also be those addictions. So whether it's addiction to love, addiction to substances, or sexual encounters or whatever. Um, Addictions to certain people, unfortunately, and their manipulations. But hopefully, as you develop psychological discernment, you can see the psychological abuse that have you addicted to those manipulations, and also understanding how the nervous system operates and how a nervous system hacks your nervous system so that you can forgive yourself and not be so hard on yourself for falling for said person. I gotta watch that video again myself, but I did share it on the community wall. I think it's like one of the first videos I shared in regards to narcissists, because there's a few of them, but watch them all. Iazel also brings consolation following your effort. So the more you work to be in this energy of faith and flow, the more you work towards having a miracle mentality. Iazel opens the door for you to receive consolation for whatever effort you put forward, even if it's just a small mustard seed of effort. Oh, I love it. Iazel helps to restore and revitalize the body. So when you go do your right burn and release, call on Iazel to help restore and revitalize you after you burn away those energies. And remember, we're calling on Kehetel to bring in the enhancement of those four elements, as he is the patron of the four elements, so he can help enhance that firework when you do your right burn and release. And remember to do your right burn and releases separately. So if there's anything that you want to call in, you do those together. Anything, if you want to if you're doing a protection spell, return and sender, or anything that may have to do with the negative side of things, you want to do that separately as well. Iazel prevents emotions from boiling over. This card came out in other reads too. Prevents emotions from boiling over. Remember, we have waves here. These cards came out together, right? So remember, waves, we got fear, emotions, and worry. Iazel is the perfect card to come out with this, right? Because he helps to prevent emotions from boiling over. Remember, we got to stay in that calm energy, especially when communicating perhaps with loved ones or so on and so forth. Because there is some regret, right? Because we have the 5 of Cups in reverse underneath this card. And this is crying over spilt milk. So, and then we also have the Knight of Swords underneath that. So you may have some people, I feel like with the Knight of Swords being in the upright, you are, communicating how you feel, and you need to stay in calmness, and to have faith that you and flow. You be in the energy of faith and flow as you are communicating whatever it is you need to um, whatever it is you need to say as you are separating yourself from old relationships. That brought on a lot of consequences, right? Because of the psychological games they were playing. Iazel also brings the end of a period of ordeals or difficult situations. Okay? Because remember, obstacles pile right when you're about to make a quantum leap. That card came up. Okay? So again, there's a period of ordeals and difficult situations in regards to relationships, whether it's family or romantic, platonic, or with your career. But Iazel helps to bring an end to those difficult periods and those difficult situations and bring in the beginning of an easier period, right? Just like Kehetel brings in easy success and progress and helps one to change one's lifestyle from that of chasing to attracting. Okay, Iazel brings the beginning of a new creation. Iazel brings rejoicing because I feel that rejoicing energy within us, okay? The happiness, right? Releasing worry and fear because we are operating in faith and flow. But people around you, they're receiving the consequences and they may be in worry and fear. Ooh, come on. Iazel helps, Iazel sets prisoners free, okay? And Iazel helps to address any concerns when it comes to reading, writing, printing, or editors. And assist with any concerns. It says concerns reading, writing, printing, and editors, right? So maybe if anybody trying to bring any slander on your name, gossiping, Iazel can assist with that, whether it be in on social media and writing or anything like that. But also will assist you. So if you have a book to write, Iazel is a great energy to call on, and Kehetel also brings easy success and progress. So those are great energies to call on to when you're writing your books or your songs or when you're creating, right? Because Kehetel brings those um, ideas to forth and help you materialize them because Kehetel helps to materialize God's will and helps with conceiving and giving birth, taking those actions to bring it into fruition because he has a great capacity for work and active life and also brings in that material wealth. All right. So the next card we're going to clarify as I pick it up along with the clarifiers. We have they don't know how to handle you with the care you deserve. So that also goes into the Two of Cups that was on the bottom of the deck. You have a group of people around you that you love, but you're having to walk away from them because they don't know how they can't get into alignment with you. As you are now out of their league, you may have evolved beyond them. And it's time for you to move the fuck on. Stop trying to keep these people in your life. Clarifying, they don't know how to handle you with the care you deserve. That is why you must move on because they are not in alignment with your desires. There may be some level of psychological abuse that is going on, which is why the card develop psychological discernment is here. It's time for you to make these people pay the consequences necessary for playing your emotions, playing with your emotions, taking you out of the energy of faith and flow. Maybe perhaps they made you feel less than, not worthy, and they are going to receive consequences for that. But clarifying they don't know how to handle you, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Come on. Okay? They don't know how to really handle you with the care you deserve. Knight of Wands, they can they can use you physically, but they can't enhance you emotionally or make you feel secure emotionally. Look at this. Soulmate came out in reverse. Okay. So this person, again, we don't take these cards in reverse, but we'll take into account that it was in reverse. And this person was a soulmate, but they didn't fulfill their end of the contract, which is why you're having to leave them behind and keep moving forward. But know that spirit will replace them because you held up your end of the bargain. You held up your end of the contract. Right? This person was too focused on the lustful side of things and couldn't come out of that. Perhaps they have a sex addiction or whatever. But they're going to have to pay the consequences for playing games with you and sending mixed signals. Okay, it says twin flame, friendship, or romantic partner. So again, a soulmate can be a twin flame as well. This person could have been you may have thought they were a twin flame. Wanted them very badly to be a twin flame. They had a death grip on your energy, and the only way they can do that is they had to. There was a great physical and emotional tie, right? So no wonder why that Knight of Wands is there in reverse. But the Knight of Wands also represents a player. All right, so they had third parties that they didn't handle you with the care you deserve. Move the fuck on somewhere. But it's really been hard for you. It's been really a great challenge for you to move on. And that's because this person in order for a situation to be difficult for you to walk away from, they had to have a grip on you, physically, sexually, emotionally, and even spiritually. You may have been dealing with a witch or a warlock, you know what I'm saying, versus a divine, feminine, or masculine high priestess or high priest. But the angel card, I feel like this card, we've been getting this card too. Same card, same angels kind of been coming out. Ooh. Now why? We have another 8 here, but this is the number 35. It came out in regards to 35. So, expansion and changes. So, we may need to get the tarot cards out here, because what's going on? Because the first word on this card, first keyword, I wouldn't say keyword, but the first attribute of this angel, I didn't even mention the angel name because I got distracted, is Chavakia. Chavakia. Khiah. So it's given Chavakia. So she represents reconciliation, harmonious family relationships, loyalty rewarded, and service appreciated, right? So you may feel like all of this was wasted on this person because they, made bad choices, hit mixed signals, played games. Again, I did say this person will be replaced, right? And I do feel like you are going to be reconciled with that energy, not that particular energy, but the energy in which will give you that reciprocity. Like, again, that contract couldn't be fulfilled because your person didn't hold up their side of the bargain, but spirit, you're still going to be reconciled with that energy, but just in a different avatar that will complete the mission. And this person is going to reward your loyalty. It's going to be harmonious. Family relationship as you perhaps find your soul family. All right. This person may definitely try to come in for a reconciliation and want to bring in. They may come in with all of this, all of these attributes, but ain't really about that life. You know what I'm saying? Because we did have the Four of Cups come out with the tarot, as I was just trying to get a little bit more information. You're going to be rejecting that cup of love, right? Because they don't know how to handle you. Seven of Swords, bottom of the deck, lies, deceit, thievery. They stole enough from you. They took enough from you with their games and their mixed signals. That's why the soulmate came out in reverse. Come on. And we had the Knight of Wands in reverse. Player energy. They're gonna come in. Oh my gosh. And it's gonna if they come in with this energy, it's gonna take a lot for you to say no. But you need to hold on to the truth of the matter, and that is they cannot handle you with the care you deserve, and you need to move the fuck on. Okay? But yeah, they're gonna be acting like they embody these energies, ability to bring out ancestral wisdom, humanities, and social societies, mediator, peacemaker, return to lost paradise. You know, again, they want to return to this paradise, a paradise that they lost when they had you. It says inheritance. They want to get some of this inheritance that you're about to receive. It says donations, sharing of possessions. They want, you know what I'm saying? You may have a lot of gifts coming in. It says brings people closer, reestablishes links, and loves peace. Right? So I do feel like these people are going to, particular relationships are going to try to come in and exhibit this energy. But develop psychological discernment, because these people have no problem with playing with performing a psychological abuse on you. Okay, now this is definitely the energy that you want to try to call in. And when it comes to ideal, to people that are in alignment with your highest good. But we got the Chariot card in reverse. Okay, Spirit says don't go after this situation with willpower and determination. Now people are going to come in and try to display that energy with you. But look, bottom of the deck, you are a high priestess. Trust your intuition. Be in that energy of faith and flow. If your body tenses up, if your body rejects this person, listen. Listen to your intuition. Okay? Deep down again within, for a very long time, you tried to reconcile and make this situation harmonious. It's not. You are evolving, and this person knows that they are under judgment. We got judgment in reverse, bottom of the deck. You have reached judgment, and the consequences for this person playing games and sending you mixed signals is you walking the fuck away and not having any worry or fear about it. Because anytime that you shift into that energy, you focus on your desires. Forgive yourself for allowing this person to take your mind off of your highest good, your goals, and accomplishments. Because baby, look, you will be wealthy. Okay, that's why these bottom feeders want to come back in and try to reconcile with you. Because they were cool with playing in sewage water. They were cool with pouring your cup full of sewage water, acting like, you know, they're loyal and they love you and this and the third. Actors. So we got the Hierophant in reverse, which we have today. This card came out in reverse, right? And then for the Angel card, we have number 24, which reduces to 6. 6 represents healing, and for me, is what I attribute the number 6 to. Healing can also have a little bit to do with reciprocity as well. The angel is Hahe, Hahuia, Haheuia, because it's Haheuiah, Hahuia. Okay, it's coming out to clarify the "you will be wealthy" card. First word on here is protection. You need to protect yourself, okay? Because you are stepping into this leadership role with the Hierophant in reverse. People see that you've been given the keys to free yourself from the prison, okay? Ain't that what the frees you from, sets prisoners free with the Iazel. You have been given the keys to set yourself free from the prison of this person that was dealing with, look, it even says it on here, emotional conditioning, the manipulation, right? And addictions. This person may have were using you for their lustful addiction, their sexual addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, or whatever. Again, this could have to do with a family member or whatever. They may have been drunkards, addicted to alcohol. But you are receiving consolation from Iazel and protection from Hahelia. Ooh, you will be wealthy, right? And Hahuia brings warning in the wake of danger, right? Hahuia also brings honesty and incorruptibility. So people are going to try to corrupt you and make you feel again that they want to reconcile and be harmonious. These old Two of Cups relationships, be mindful because these people are still playing the same bullshit. Remember, you may have a lot of obstacles coming in north, south, east, and west, but this Hahulia brings protection, as well as the other angels here. Look, come on, blocks Hahuia, Hahiua, Hahiua blocks evils and renders justice. Hahiua protects immigrants and those in exile. You may have been exiled by family, friends, lovers, because again, this soulmate twin flame may have had you in a third party situation, okay, playing games, sending mixed signals, just being a sexual demon with the Knight of Wands in reverse here. But the Knight of Wands in the upright, which is how people see you, okay, ready, ready to stand your ground and to fight. Hahiua protects against thieves and murderers. Hahiua protects against thieves and murderers because they want to come after your wealth. You will be wealthy. The wealth of mind, body, and spirit. I feel like it got darker or something. I don't know. I feel like that made it a little bit brighter. Hahiua protects against harmful animals. Come on. So Hahiua protects against harmful animals. We're just gonna leave it at that. I deal with someone that have a dog that, of course, the person that it belongs to, they're a hater, right? Someone that wants to keep their foot on my neck. So that dog is somewhat trained to hurt, but protects against the harmful animals. Call them Hahuia. When that old pesky chihuahua, whatever, starts trying to bark at you and nip at your ankles or anything like any kind of crazy animal. Maybe when you're out walking and getting your grounding on. Hahiua protects against bewitchment, magic, and evil spells. Hahiua. Hahiua. Okay? Protecting you through your decision to be grounded within yourself and not allowing anyone to knock you off of your 10 as you reach judgment on walking away from these people because you love peace. You're not reconciling with these people. because they make bad choices, play games, and send mixed signals. Ha'uya allows us to return to our country of origin, or maybe back to our default state of just being worthy of love just because. Back to when we were still innocent and wasn't filled with bitterness from the obstacles and things that have been placed against us from the world. But still, we can go back to that origin and still have the wisdom. It's not like everything is erased, right? Oh, and Hui also brings an end of a difficult period, just like Iazel, that brings an end to a period of ordeals or difficult situations and brings in a beginning of an easier period, right? Just like Kehetel brings in easy success and progress and helps to change one's lifestyle, right? So brings in an end of a difficult period so you can really step into this leadership role and be in the moment today, right? People see that you are in the moment. They came out in reverse. So this is how people see you. They see that you are in the moment, that you have good vibes, and that is what's bringing in the wealth, right? That energy is what makes you a leader, and what will also bring in the keys. Remember, being in the moment, being in the flow, operating in the energy of faith, right? Not worry. When you get to worrying too much about these raggedy ass hoes, start focusing. Redirect your energy back to your highest good, setting intentions, having a miracle mentality. These ordeals, this difficult situation, the obstacles trying to pile on us from north, south, east, and west. Protection, 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 right? Hahuya, hahiua, hahiua. Protection. Protects immigrants against those immigrants and those in exile. You may not be an immigrant, but you may be in exile when it comes to love from the relationships that are around you. So let's that little extra period, the little extra tarot card that was within the other deck. It's the Four of Pentacles in the upright. Period. You're grounding yourself in who you are, planting your seeds. You're planting these new seeds and this new energy that you are embodying. End of a difficult period, baby. You will be wealthy. You will be wealthy. You will be wealthy. It's time to move out the trash out of your heart chakra. Those people that were just taking up space, playing on your top, playing in your face, taking you on a roller coaster. That's not a harmonious relationship. You know, these are people that you always may have known that you were more evolved than spiritually, but you saw so much potential. There's no more potential ass shit for the collective. They're either they need to be at your level or higher, spiritually, mentally, and especially fucking emotionally. Okay? So Ayazel helps to prevent emotions from boiling over. Okay, so again, when these obstacles try to pile on you, call on Ayazel to bring in that consolation and comfort, to help you set you free from the emotional, um, psychological and manipulate, psychological manipulation, the emotional conditioning, the emotional manipulation, set you free from any addictions to loving these people who hurt you. And know that Ayazel will bring in consolation following this said effort. So I'm just going to pick up our big deck here and just kind of cut to card. It says, want a place where I can rest my investigative mind. You want somewhere where you can be safe. And your spirit team is going to bring that in where you could share your imaginations with people and not worry about them trying to steal your ideas. Because again, they had a death grip on your energy. Look at that, it's coming out. They had a death grip on your energy. But again, and that person had you in the energy of competing. But we don't compete, we in line. We don't chase, we attract. You feel me? And look, literally what I just cut to. I don't chase, I attract. Okay. Look, it says some men confuse regret for accountability. These people aren't mad at themselves for how they treated you. They mad because you're no longer taking that shit, right? Because, and they're not making the changes necessary because they're not taking accountability. Yeah, they regret it. They wish they still had access, but they're not gonna take the necessary steps to make things right. Because in order to do that, they have to take accountability, and they don't want to own the fact that they're POS. Okay. It says, I allow myself to break at my own pace. Okay. So take whatever rest, relaxation, self-love break that you need at any point. Just be in, again, energy of faith and flow. Because, period, poo. Opportunities find you effortlessly. That's why you will be wealthy. Keep your friends close if you have any. Don't be discouraged if you don't have any friends. You need a clean slate anyway, because you are in a new era of your life. It says keep friends close and enemies far away. So a lot of those old relationships could be in that energy of enemies right at this point in time in your elevation. And that's just part of their consequences for playing on your top. Period. They judged you during your sacred rest period or era. And hell, you're gonna take, and anytime at any point that you feel like you need to take a rest or a break, you will. And people may feel like, oh well, this person ain't doing nothing. Your work is done in the astrals. Most of your work is done in the astrals and within solitude. So of course people are gonna feel like, oh well, this person ain't doing nothing. They don't know what you're doing. And they don't know, and that work you've been doing is putting you in, is gonna accelerate you beyond them and where they are in their life. Okay. So here's a prime example of the mixed signals. It says they overwhelm you with affections, aka love bombing, then disappear without a warning. And I actually have love bombing on the bottom. That's that mixed signals, the games. Again, overwhelm you with affections. And this is, they're gonna be pretending with this energy of Shavakia, right? They're gonna overwhelm you with, you know, trying to be the mediator and the peacemaker. They only want to return to a lost paradise because they know that you will be wealthy. And the paradise is your wealthy ass energy too. You know, they want to be in that energy. They want to try to reward you for the loyalty and services you've shown them, but they didn't handle you. They don't know how to handle you with the care you deserve. They are not capable of being monogamous perhaps in this state of their life or at this time. They're not capable of surrendering to you as the leader or as a leader. They want to keep their foot on your neck. They want access to your inheritance. They want you to continue to donate your services and energy to them. And got a little pop on that other side. But you love your peace and you ain't got time for these mixed signals in the games where they overwhelm you with affection and disappear. You love peace. Okay? And you did show all that energy to them. But look at there, not in vain. Spirit says all the loyalty you showed this person, all the time you spent into this person, being someone of humanities and social science and someone that brings out ancestral wisdom. All that good work was not in vain. And the best is yet to come. All right, family. I'm surprised I was able to get through that in less than an hour. Wanted it to be a lot shorter than that, but you know, it is what it is, and you know, we're gonna take what we got. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, family. I hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Continue to push forward. I love you all, and it's the next time. Peace.